It is a difficult path to take to leave a person who has narcissistic behavior in the relationship you have been in so far. People who are thinking about breaking up with a narcissist or those who have done so will understand what I mean. Naturally, there are people who find it difficult to make such a difficult decision. It's always up to you whether you want to break up or not in your relationship here. But there are some things I want to talk about in this video. For those who have broken up or want to break up, let's talk a little bit. Let's say you have made the decision to break up with your partner. This is an assumption, or it doesn't matter. You may have broken up. After this point you suddenly start experiencing some intense emotions. Everybody goes through this. But there is a misconception that people think that after the breakup everything will be fine for them all of a sudden. And you think that you will feel better after breaking up with this person, but then you will be shaken with a deep emptiness in a day when you are left without him. You will be shaken. This is what usually happens. The primary reason for the shaking is that all of the psychological and emotional abuse that you have been going through for months, years, all of a sudden, very quickly, hits you like a freight train. And when you are hit by this roller coaster, you are prone to making the wrong moves. So let's understand a little bit why you feel worse after the breakup so that you don't get into the wrong thought patterns. First of all, what is this feeling of emptiness you are experiencing? Suddenly you begin to feel a sense of emptiness, like a bottomless pit within yourself. Because you are no longer in the battle that occupies you and you are no longer struggling. You start experiencing the emptiness of the absence of the narcissist from past times and the absence of his actions. This feeling of emptiness and shock, of being shocked, of thinking that I will feel good when I break up with this person, but finding yourself in such a situation can lead you to depression, deep despair, complete heartbreak, or many more emotions like these. One of the biggest problems with this state of mind is the obsessive thoughts of what should have happened, or what could have happened. Of course, when you are alone after the breakup, you will have more time, so you will think about these things over and over again in your head. It's quite natural to feel very exhausted because of this mood you're in. It's quite natural to feel as if living is bringing you suffering. You can barely get out of bed, eat a little bit, or sleep a little bit. And if it goes even further, it can feel like you're going crazy and you're always wondering how to get rid of these feelings. Now, first of all, I want you to understand that what you are going through is not unique to you. Many people like you have shared the same feelings. And of course, as a result of this state of mind you are in, you naturally fall into wrong thought patterns. The danger of this emptiness within. Let's take a look at the danger of this feeling of emptiness in the first place, before we even enter the healing process. Especially if you don't know how to get out of this situation, if you don't know how to deal with these intense negative emotions, these overwhelming emotions and situations can lead you to make choices that can really have worse consequences for you. And with this situation after the breakup, you will most likely break the zero contact rule and be eager to communicate with the narcissist. And this is the most dangerous part for you. With these feelings you experience after leaving the narcissist and the feeling of emptiness, it will lead you to wrong thoughts. That's what I don't want you to do. So when you come to this situation, you say, I made a mistake. I really love this person. You start to say. This way of thinking allows you to think of all the possible ways to make the relationship work, because it rationalizes your intense feelings, obsessions, and even longing for reunion with the narcissist into what should be a strong sign of love. Maybe you think, I was meant to be with this person. Maybe it was a big mistake to leave this person. You might think. You often think like that after a breakup and you forget that you have broken up before and had the same thoughts. But every time you went back to this person, things got worse. In another scenario, if the narcissist has left you, you may go down the terrible path of trying to find a solution. You take most of the blame that the narcissist has put on you and you want to go back. You apologize profusely until you are exhausted in order to get back to him or her. But the other person still devalues you, still rejects you. You may be struggling to function with aftershocks shaking your emotions and your soul. In the chaos you are in, you start to make a lot of mistakes in your life. Like making dangerous mistakes at work, you may even risk losing your job. It becomes incredibly difficult to be available and healthy for the people you love around you. You break them and continue to push yourself into loneliness. And these are the people who will help you survive. Like I said, you may be unknowingly pushing away the support networks that can lift you up because you become a driving force that spreads chaos around you and you feel very victimized, and the people who are there for you don't understand what is happening to you and they don't know how to help you. Everything and everyone you care about is deeply affected by your unhealed aftershock symptoms, and, worst of all, you feel like you are writhing in pain and you cannot understand why it is so bad, and you may be led to believe that you can fix things. Even if you know you can never go back to the narcissist, the shocks you experience put you in a state of shock and leave you like that. You go round and round, not knowing what to do.